Welcome to the third of our 3 bite-sized videos introducing 2 complementary literacy-based assessments, the New Group Reading Test or NGRT and the New Group Spelling Test or NGST. In the previous 2 videos we looked at what the NGRT and NGST are and how they're administered, and explored what standardised tests are and their value to you and your students. In this, the third and last video, we'll look at the NGRT and NGST results and reports and how they can help you. The NGRT is the only fully adaptive, standardised, termly reading assessment available. As it's adaptive, it offers a personalised experience for each pupil, ensuring that it's accessible for the children who are struggling and challenging those who need to be stretched, so you can get to the root of any problems identified precisely and quickly. The Northern Schools Trust shared with us how they use the reading test to baseline students on arrival and subsequently monitor the impact of interventions. They then take the information about students' reading into all subjects and roll it out across the Trust. Find out more by reading the linked case study. Right, let's have a look at some of the reports. Here, teachers can see the results for a group of learners. Standardised age scores are shown numerically and pictorially for ease of understanding. We can also see the student's chronological age at the time of taking the test. In addition to the standardised age score, we're provided with the reading age for the student, which we can compare directly to the student's chronological age. Of course, if this were the spelling test, it would be a spelling age. The reading and spelling age is particularly useful in discussions with parents. We can also see stay nines, here for both the sentence completion and passage comprehension sections of the reading test. The dark blue cells highlight a disparity of 3 or more stay nines between the sentence completion and passage comprehension sections, and this may form a focus for working with that student. Reporting includes full information on individuals, including material implications for teaching and learning based on the individual's performance. Written profiles are provided for each student. Let's have a look at a young man named Harry. Harry has an average score for passage comprehension, but a below average score for sentence completion. What does this mean? The sentence completion section looks at decoding, so Harry's weakness is in his grasp of the structure of language, such as syntax and vocabulary. His comprehension is average, which means that he can understand and interpret what the text is telling him. Both NGRT and NGST reports also give you some practical next steps for each student. This is where the partnership between the tests and your knowledge comes in. We don't know the students, but you do, so these are suggestions to put together with your professional knowledge and judgment. They could also be shared with parents as practical ways to support their children. In this case, suggestions include asking Harry to find specific items and characters in the illustrations and describe what he can see, or asking him to point at or circle a specific word in the text. In the NGRT report, we can drill down to see Harry's responses by question type, which may help us to set up relevant and effective intervention for him. If not enough sentence completion questions are answered correctly by a student, the student will be presented with a phonics section instead of the passage comprehension, and a report is provided containing their scores. A similarly detailed individual report is available for the spelling test. Here we can see that Harry spelled 3 words incorrectly, 2 of which were testing a rule about a specific type of word ending. To help establish whether interventions are having an impact, a progress report is provided. Here we're looking at a sample student named Ben, and we can see that Ben's reading age has increased by 18 months over a 12-month period. In addition, a combination report is provided, showing the reading and spelling results for an individual on the same page. This allows teachers to establish whether there's a discrepancy or whether the student's reading and spelling are at a similar level. Information can also be provided for many demographic groups, such as gender, EAL, SEND, FSM and ethnicity. This enables teachers to clearly evidence the monitoring and closing of any performance gaps for different demographic groups. You can run reports on the demographic groups. The bar chart compares your chosen group to the national average. You also have the opportunity to create 2 of your own school-specific groups using the customisable columns in the student data upload. Pupil Premium might be an idea. Be aware, with focus groups with small numbers, the comparisons can be more a reflection of the individuals in that group rather than a trend. This progress chart can be run for a whole cohort or for one of your demographic groups. It shows the distribution of standardised age scores for the group at the first test and then the second test, both compared to the national distribution. Thank you for watching our videos introducing the NGRT and NGST. Once you've run the tests, why not book onto one of our Assessment Insight sessions? These 2-hour interactive sessions are aimed at helping you make the very best use of the assessment data for the benefit of your students. Also, remember you can always contact us at the GL Training Department if you have any questions or would like to learn more.